Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to do up all the yards. We're going to get them all tapered, we're going to get them all strung up with the blocks, and we're going to get them stained, painted, and most likely installed with the pre-rigging. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned. Hello BSC family, and welcome back to my bench. So today, as you saw in the last video, I've got the main mast done. It's completely installed, varnished, painted, all that stuff. It's all ready to go. So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to get all these yards cut and tapered. We're going to get everything stained and painted for the stuff that is stained and painted. We're going to get all the blocks tied on. We're going to get them installed on the masts with the pre-rigging like I did with the mizzen mast. And if you haven't seen that, you can go back I think 2 or 3 videos, and you can see I explain what I'm doing and why we're pre-rigging some of this stuff. It's not final rigging, but you know, it gets everything where I need it to be. So we're going to get all that stuff installed and pre-rigged, and then we're on to the mizzen mast, which is going to be a little quicker for making the mast, but a little longer making the yards, because there are more spars in that one. So let's get right into it. So what we're going to be looking for right off the bat, now I was bored one day, and some of my drafting training came out, and I started measuring out like the lengths of block, or the lengths where all my tyings were gonna go. Just old drafting habits, right? I did this one. Measured up the size of the dowel that I need, which is, we're going to start with 8mm for the big one. We're going to taper it down from an inch from center. We're going to start tapering down to 5.5mm on this one. This one's about 3/4 from the center, so we're going to go from a 4mm down to 2.5mm on this one. And this one here again, or no, this one's 1/2 inch. Sorry, I'm pointing at 2 different ones. 1/2 inch from center, going from a 4mm down to 2.5. This one here is a 3/4 from center. We'll start the taper going from a 6mm down to a 3.5mm. And again, all the blocks and everything, we'll get all that installed. So first things first is here we need an 8mm. So you come over to your stack of stock that you got with the kit. Right, and I went along and I just marked everything. All right, so this is 8mm. I'll zoom in a little more for you here. So we got 8mm stock. All right, so we're going to take this. We're going to go to this one. Just going to mark it up at the end here. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect. We're going to mark this end. Right. We're going to grab a razor saw, and I try not to do it on the paper, just so I don't wreck the paper, because really in the long run I could actually scratch build this ship again if I wanted to. So we're just going to cut this off as close as we can to the measurement. Now if you want one of these saws, I got this one. I've got another one that has interchangeable heads. I get these from Amazon. They work great. I've had no problems with them. They've had them, what, 3 years now, and they're still sharp. So if you're interested, check them out on Amazon. If you want, leave me a message or a comment down below if you want me to try and find the link for the ones I bought. So anyways, I'm going to stick that there. So this here, right, So of course we got to find center. So I need my longer one here. This, I mean, this is 1-to-1, so you can just measure from here to here. But over here, this is MT74. So we go down to 74. Well, I guess it's the first one. It's supposed to be 300 mil. So let's double check to see if this is 300 mil. And well, not quite, or half a millimeter off. But anyway, so 300, right? We're going to mark center at 150, right? Halfway. So here's 150. So we're going to mark center. We're just going to put a line there, and we're going to mark it with a C through the line, right? And of course, I'm just going to go all the way around again, just so I can have my center line all the way around, like so, right? Get a little close. Oh, why is that so off? What moved? This one's off a little bit. Now this is just approximate. I mean, if you want to get perfect, well, you go right ahead and get perfect, but for me, I'm going to do a little bit better than on my second line than I did the first time. Like that. We'll just grab the eraser. So anyways, that marks center, right? Now, just for convenience, I did my, my little measurements up here where everything's going to be. But we don't need any of that yet. Now, this one here, I said an inch, right? So technically, it's only half an inch from side to side, right? I know I did say, I'm correcting myself, I did say an inch from center. It's not. It's a full inch from side to side, half inch from center. So all the rest of them, make sure you check that too. I did say, half inch, 3/4 of an inch. But it's not. It's 3/4 inch altogether, half inch altogether. Right? So, we got that. Now we need to take this down to 7.5 according to this, right? So we're going to open this up, 7.5, or as close to 7.5 as we can get. Right there, we're going to bounce in 4, 9, and 5, so we're going to lock that into place. Right, just turn that off. Now, like I explained before, I have different sizes of paper wraps here. This is like 6 and down. This is like 8 through, or 10 through 8, or give or take, or whatever, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to taper this one. So I'm going to lock this into the drill, right? We're going to taper from here to here, right, down to the size that it wants. So I'll just keep test fitting until I get it to the right size that I need, right, which isn't much because we're going from 8 mil. How come this is, yeah, 8 mil. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Look at that. See, I almost screwed up. I was looking at this, right? This is 7.5 to here. What I need is this measurement, right? 5.5. So I was wondering why we didn't have to go down very much. So we'll turn that back on. We're going to unlock this. We're going to go down to 5.5. Or as close as we can get to it. We're going to lock that in. Now we'll turn it off. So, either way, once this is down to 5.5, this one's set for max diameter 6. I'll slide this one on, right? And then we'll taper the other side. So we're going to taper from this line down to 5.5, flip it around, put it in there, start here, and taper from 8 down to 5.5 on this side, right? Now that'll get stained afterwards, and I'll paint the middle black, and I'm going to paint this section from here to here black on the tip, and of course the end. So we'll do that for the same thing on all of them, right? So this one, and this one. So we're going to throw this one in here for now. We're going to grab the drill. All right, we're going to open this right up. Throw this in here. Now the whole reason I put this tape, there's paper in here as well. I don't know if you can see that white paper. I tried it once before, and when you clamp the drill down, it leaves big marks on here, which if you're sanding it off is not a big deal, but when you go to the finished end, you don't want that, right? So I wrap it in probably about 3 or 4 layers, 3 or 4 wraps of paper, and then a couple layers of tape, so that when I shove this in here, only the tape is getting marred up. Right? Don't need it super tight, just enough to spin it. Now, you can do this by hand, right? Using a chunk of sandpaper, and you can just keep going back and forth, back and forth. I have one of these mini belt sanders, right? Now I explained this quickly last time too. The belt rotates this way, right? I'll take this and I'll spin it so that this side comes up. So it's rotating this way, right? So what's happening is the belt's going down, this is coming up, and it just takes more material off quickly. So if you're doing this, be very gentle, very light, and yeah, it will take it down fast. You can speed up or slow this down. And if you don't want to take off as much, you could rotate the drill in the opposite direction so that this side of the stick is going down, this is going down, but one will move faster than the other, so it still will tear it down. So, I'm going to mute my mic here for a quick second, just kind of give you the first pass, and then I'll go and do all of this so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, now that I've gotten that done, went a little too far, but not too bad. You're trying to keep this section here pretty flat, but I mean, you can get into it a little bit. I did a little more than I wanted to, but that's okay. You know, it's my ship. So it just barely fits in there, maybe 1.5 millimeters in. So we're good there. So now what I'm going to do, and as you saw there how I did it, just take your time. So this one should just barely fit over this end. Maybe not. No. It should. This is a 6. But either way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this over this end, and then I'll taper this one. So I'm going to get all these done, and then I'll come back. We'll show you, probably get them all stained as well, painted, ready to go. Now, as you see, I did have it a little too tight, so I'll just show you, see what I mean? I don't know if that'll pick that up or not. It's not picking it up. Or did I There we go. Unlock the focus for you. I don't know if you can see that. See that little mark right there? Towards the bottom of the screen. There's one there. Again there. And another one there. So I over tightened it. But, so you're trying to avoid that. So yeah, when you do yours, try not to over tighten it. Fortunately, that's on the side that I still need to taper. But yeah, there we go. So give me a few and I will be back when I've got this all stained up, painted, and probably some of it blocked up too. So I shall see you in a few. Okay, everybody. So as you can see here, I've got them all done. All the blocks are tied on. Everything is ready to go. I'm keeping them in order because this is the way they need to go onto the ship. But yeah, all the blocks are tied in. Right, everything is tied on. Looking good. I got those pear-shaped pulleys stained and they're good to go. All my little blocks that are for all the sails and rigging and everything else. So yeah, and there's that double one, like I said. Right, you can see there's a double one there. Right. Yeah, so next we're going to be putting them on the mast, and from the mast, like I said, I had to do some more figuring here. But we're going to do, I don't know if I have it down. No, this one. So basically, I had to figure out, because once again, they don't tell you where everything goes. Like, let's see, zoom in a little more for you here. JT42 and JT40 has a block at the end, goes up, goes through the block, and comes back down, right? And now, as you can see here, there is no 40 and there is no 42 anywhere on this, okay? So it doesn't tell you where to put them. So I've been doing some of my own figuring. Been looking at what belay pins are used between the stay rigging and your running rigging, right? And I found some belay pins that are unused. So again, once again, number 38, JT38 is your lower mast or lower yard, right, for your mainsail, and that comes down. Now, once again, they tell you to go past and forward of the mast, and I don't like it. Maybe that's proper, I don't know, but I don't like it. So there happens to be two pins, one on either side, and I'm going to run my 38 there. 40 is going to be on one side, and 42 is going to be on the other side. And then there are the end of these ones. 43 gets tied to the block, goes down through the block that's on the rail, back up through that block, and then back down, right? And 43, okay, I screwed up. Oh no, I moved number 43. 43 is supposed to be up here where this triple pin is, right? And I moved it down here. As you can see here, I moved it to JT43. And this one comes from JT42, right? And then JT43 comes from JT40. So I've moved a few things around. Now, there's also a few other things that I did. Oh yeah, I changed that up. Okay. JT42, I was going to go to a belay pin, but it should be a static line, meaning that it should be tied down and it will never move. It's the other end that will move, right? And what I mean by that is, if you look at 42 and 40, there's a block at this end, right? Then it goes up, goes through this block here and back down to the deck, is where I'm going to put it. Because as you loosen off JT43, this block, it allows this block to go up, which allows this block to go up, which allows your top yard, your topsoil to come down, right? So this end of 42 and 40 do not move. It's got to be tied down so it doesn't move. It's the block end that needs to move. So yeah, that's why I've changed from putting it onto a belay pin to, I'm going to drill some holes to put in those eyelet hooks. I think I've showed you them before, but I'll show you another one here. Right? So they're just a little eyelet. So I'm going to drill a hole in the deck, and I'm going to put this in, and that's where I will tie the end of 40 and 42. So I'll put one on both sides. Right? Now the same, there's one up here as well that I'm going to do. 91. Right? JT91. If I remember, wherever JT, JT91. What was JT91? Help me out here, people. No. I think 91 is the this one back here. Yeah, it's for this yard here for the mizzen mast. I'm just kind of getting ahead of things. 94 has it, but there's a block here for the back turning your yards, right? I'm going to need two of them, and again they say it ties to put that down. They say it ties to 91, which is back here, right? That takes care of one end, right? But this end, right? This end needs to be stationary. So that one I'm going once again, I'm going to put eyelet on the deck, and it'll get tied to that. So it'll go from there, right? It'll go up through that block that's up here, come back through a block at the back corner on the rail, and it'll come over to the belay pin. A lot of these I'm just going to be kind of making up as I go. Some of them don't tell you where to tie off or anything like that. So as I figure it out, I'll let you know. Okay. So anyways, that's what I've been doing aside from the rest of this stuff. So I think I'm going to call it there. I know this is long, but I'm trying to show you my process on what's missing. What information is missing, right? And I'm sure it's like this with all kinds of companies and plans and things like that. There's stuff that was forgotten to be put in, information that wasn't put in, things like that. So it's nobody's fault, really. But anyways, yeah. In the next video, it'll probably be a lot shorter. I'm going to attach these to the mast. And then I'm going to pre-rig it like I did with the foremast again, so I'm able to adjust things. And then we'll get to work on the mizzen mast. The mizzen mast is going to be a lot easier. Where's the paper for it? Mizzen mast is actually only two pieces. Right, so there's only two. There's your lower portion and the upper portion. There's only 2 yards that are horizontal to the deck, facing fore and aft. But then there is another yard that will run diagonal. I don't know if you can see that there. All right, there's one that's going to be running diagonal. So, and that's the case. I'm just saying it. Oh, it's up there. But basically, you're going to have your upper, you're going to have your lower, and then you're going to have another long one that's going to be your diagonal one. So we'll get those cleaned up, tapered, and stained, painted, blocked, all ready to go. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it here, and then I'm going to just do a separate video because it might take a few minutes to do the other one, like to pre-rig everything like I want, and then we'll go on from there. So if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up for me. Definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. Make sure you turn all notifications on so you don't miss out on anything. YouTube is apparently doing that thing again where people are they're unsubscribing people, so please double check as well. And yeah, if you want to help out the channel, I do have a PayPal me link, and a join button and a merch button, so please check them out. Links for them are down below. Give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Links for them are also down below. Leave your thoughts and comments down below so that I can read them and get back to you if you have any questions. And yeah, with all that being said, just have fun with what you're doing. Have patience. Take your time. Definitely read forward in any instructions that you're for anything that you're building. And yeah, until next time, later.